I think a book club is a great idea if reading books together with people is a wonderful thing. Some of my best memories in my life are reading something agreed upon by a group of good friends and coming together and talking about that book. Sometimes it's with a group of pastors. Sometimes it was in my seminary days with some friends, with good coffee and good books and some food and good conversation. Having something more or less to do with the book that we read or the article that we read. So it's really, I think, a good thing to read together with other people. It can't always be done. It's not the only way to read, but it's a wonderful way to sharpen yourself. And if you know that somebody else is reading a book that you're reading and that you have to interact on it, well, you're going to be paying attention and you're going to be thinking about it critically. And all those things are really good. So, in a book group or a book club or people talking about a book, you need to fasten your seatbelt though. There are going to be times where you get into arguments or hot discussions about the book. We always want to show Christian love and charity under such circumstances, but I think all in all, it's a constructive thing. Of course, anything can turn into sin, but I think it's a good thing to read with other people. Some books should be read quickly, and some books shouldn't be read quickly. So it kind of depends on the book. If you're in a class and you have 5-6 books that you need to read for the class, you need to read them, but you also have to push yourself along. I actually think that pushing yourself along in reading is a good thing to do. I don't think it's that helpful to just keep going back and rereading the paragraph over and over again. I think that actually does more harm than good. Just keep moving along. And some things can be read very quickly. You know where the guy's going, you know his argument, and especially if you've read numerous books on that subject or in that field, you can read a little, even more quickly in that situation. But there are some books where you really shouldn't read quickly. You should digest it. But even so, as I said, you want to keep moving when you're reading a book and not get bogged down and not feel like you have to comprehend every clause and every syllable. But there are some books that where that is actually very helpful, to really get into the author's argument and to analyze it and to consider it really carefully, to see how the sentences go together, the paragraphs, how they build the argument, how they build the case. There are times where that's actually quite beneficial. But most of our reading isn't like that. Yeah, I've always got lots of books going. I could tell you 3 or 4 titles that I've got that I'm working on right now. Greg Allison's the theology, Roman Catholic theology and evangelical assessment. Charles Bridges, the Christian ministry. Quentin Faulkner's Wiser Than Despair. There's just a few that I'm reading right now that I've got going on. So I don't know what all of your viewers' attitudes are about reading lots of things at once, but unfortunately, I've always got a bunch of different things I've started, and I'm very good at starting a book.
Maybe like me.